You're watching GSTV, the Gas Station Television Network.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. It's the Goblin and The Ghoul podcast coming at you from live on planet Earth, or that's what they want you to believe. We got Thomas Farley, Zach Thames, and my illustrious co-host, Eli Farmer. Boys, how are we doing tonight?
Dude, I'm good. Honestly, I'm a little hungover. I got pretty fucking drunk at my work Christmas party last night, so that was fun.
Okay.
Stupid that we had it on a Thursday.
Ho, ho, ho. What kind of Christmas party are we talking about? A little white elephant action?
No, I wish, dude. It was just like at a banquet hall, just getting hammered. I don't know, man. It was fun, but
how much?
There's gotta be some office drama at the Christmas party. Like,
no, dude, we've had it in the past where like definitely people have gotten too drunk. Like last year, 2 people got in trouble for making out, like 2 kind of new-ish people. So that was fun. But,
just like live at the party, like in front of everyone, or
it was kind of off to the side, but like they both were really, really drunk, obviously. So like, and just like it's one of those things where just word gets around, so it's kind of a big no-no. But nothing too crazy, to be honest. There's definitely been other like years and stuff like that before, as there were people who've gotten fired for doing shit, but nothing too crazy that I saw.
It's tame.
Wait, why did they get in trouble for that though?
I mean, generally it's kind of a no-no to do that at a company event, to make out with a coworker, I would say.
Sure.
I'm sure it's just like the general rule of thumb is wanting to avoid that in general, but I don't know.
Okay, and a more important question: how much drinking and driving went on after the party ended?
A little booze cruising?
Probably a decent amount. So it's funny. They said that we could expense 1 Uber, like either to or from, but like that only covers half of it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Come on now.
Yeah. So I mean, mathematically, there had to have been some, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, bro. I mean, there's bravery, and then there's real bravery.
Yes.
The booze cruise. God, I wish I had a better picture pulled up, but that looks just so cursed.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Dude, that drinking and driving template of the beer, that's been used in like every drinking and driving meme, and it's awesome. It's always that. Yeah, it's always
drunk driving
that.
fandom is dying. Like this post if you love to booze and cruise.
Booze and
it's
cruise.
True.
Dude. I gotta say the Zoomers growing up today, they didn't know what it was like because Uber was an invention kind of when we were in high school. I'd say peak drinking and driving was for sure high school, yeah.
2013 through like 2014 for me.
Like everyone's a dumbass, you know. Yeah, well you had a
it was 1 year of just tons of it.
I mean, dude, we had a whole road in Bloomington dedicated to it. Like Bethel Lane was our drunk driving road. I mean, there were other ones too, but that was like the main one.
I mean, dude, only the idiots get caught.
Yeah, dude. It's like drinking and driving wasn't even drinking and driving on Bethel. That was just driving. Like we actually didn't see it as.
Well, you got to loosen up a little bit. There's some demon roads out there. You got to kind of like relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I drove to my high school graduation.
Good.
Amazing, dude.
Welcome to the real world. I will say, drinking and driving memes are hot right now. Like anytime I see like an Instagram video or a TikTok or something of some dude that's just like really, really drunk. Oh, it's like without fail, one of the top comments is like, get this man keys immediately. Like get this man behind a motor vehicle.
Yeah, dude. I love the ones that specifically say he's going to like slam into a tree at 120 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like this MFer at 120 versus me in my car.
There's definitely a threshold, but like if you have to do one of these,
right,
you're past the threshold. But like, you're a bit tipsy, like you're fine. Honestly, I do understand why it's illegal. There's a lot of Jerry's out there, a lot of geriatrics. You know, just from a government perspective. Oh yeah, well, don't drink and drive.
Right,
but you know, I feel like the philosophy of the 70s, you know, was part of the boomer culture. It's part of almost every culture, I would say, besides Zoomer culture.
Yeah. Okay, dude. 66. So who would you rather get in a car with? One of us at like, let's say a steady 0.12 BAC, or just
a woman.
Any general 80, any general like 83-year-old dude.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
I'm taking the
me buzz all day.
Yeah, I'm taking me buzz
100%,
all day.
dude. Honestly, I'm better when I'm a little buzzed. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm paying attention.
See, one of my little, strategic maneuvers back in the day, and we're talking past tense, folks. All right,
Past tense.
set the
Always.
cruise control as low as it will go. My Nissan Altima, it was 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It might have even been 30, dude. And you cruise that sucker. I mean, you're damn near on bumper. You're on bumpers at the bowling alley at that point, dude. Like,
Dude, I agree.
Constant
I agree.
speed, dude. You don't want to be modulating. The least amount of modulation possible, right? Smooth inputs, lean.
Yeah,
with
you can
it.
just focus on 10 and 2, and then maybe just 10 when you're, texting your bitch in your hand, like your phone in your hand.
Right.
Yeah, but that's one
When you're
less thing I have
littering
to
out
worry
your
Hey, hey, I'm
car,
almost
you
there.
have to do something else when you're littering.
Yeah.
And,
You can't be too
That's
focused.
usually like why you drink and drive is like some bitches hit you up to come over.
Yeah.
and sometimes, that's the time you get caught, but we won't.
We don't have any personal stories
I
related
did
to
not
that.
own that car or vehicle. I don't know what's happening.
It didn't happen.
You
It
search
didn't
my
happen.
name in any database, there's nothing there.
We've
No.
looked for it. It's
Dude, I thought like when I got I got my DUI, my little schmear,
I didn't hear anything. You didn't
my
say
slap
anything.
on the wrist. I was like,
What a
all
slap.
right, it happened. Let's go look up the video. Let's see if I can find this public information. Dude, the amount of incompetence that the police departments have, there's no web of interconnected departments. It's all like random websites that were made in the 80s and nothing is connected, dude. Those guys have no idea what's
police
going
are
on.
police are some of the most incompetent individuals. I would say, like, in terms of incompetence, I'm trying to rank them in terms of other jobs.
Okay, hold on. I think
the
the average, definitely. What do you think about like a really good drive-through employee who like mans the drive-through comm? Is the really good drive-through comm more competent or less competent than the average police agent?
More
more competent.
If they're working at like a
Without a doubt.
Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Yeah, and they're good. Like they're good at their job.
But they're making more than a cop. Those people are making like
They're making 15, 12 an hour now
Yeah.
since
they're
COVID
making,
happened.
they're making 20 over here in Colorado at Wendy's.
Dude, that's-
and I
that's
saw the sign,
bizarre.
get work today, get paid tomorrow. So I mean that's a lot of liquidity for
It's better than me.
That's how that works, dude.
some of
You need
these.
a quick buck.
Dude,
Yeah,
Go
work
a couple
today.
hours at the Wendy's.
Yeah,
I was in a conversation kind of recently with a bunch of like slightly older gentlemen, and they were just going off on how every place nowadays asks you to tip regardless of the type of establishment. And while at first I thought the conversation was just kind of like, these modern ages and like old people being fucks. It's kind of true though, dude. I'm at Starbucks. I'm not tipping the barista for my fucking cold brew, but it's the default option is 15%.
I gotta say I'm a tipper, but I'm a
Same.
custom tipper. I'm a custom
For sure.
tipper.
dude.
Oh,
At the
yeah.
point of
I'm not
sale,
like if I'm at Chipotle, I'm not giving you like unless there's like okay, you hooked it up with it. If you hook it up with the double meat or whatever, like okay, I'll give you 20% because I'd rather tip you
I'll round up.
than
maybe.
like pay. You know, like pay for the thing. I'll even I'll be in line, and be like, yo, I got you tip. Just hook it up.
I like
What do you
that
think,
too.
Zach? You've like
Yeah.
one of the only ones that has extensive. Eli, you too. You're both like in the food industry. Sorry about that.
Well, yeah, like restaurant wise and stuff, I get it. I don't know, like if it's something that warrants a tip, then yeah. So like I go to this like basically make your own pasta place where it's like a Chipotle but for pasta, and they always ask for tip. Like I'll gladly put no on that because they don't really do too much. My favorite though with that, on top of hitting no tip, my favorite is like when they ask you if you want to donate to like charity or something like that. Like, hey, do you want to help in world hunger or something like that? I'm like, fucking no.
Okay, so
Nerd, just go
My
buy
move
some
is
food.
always not.
that's
today.
actually a total scam. You should always click no on that because what happens is like Target is like, hey, you want to round up to save the abandoned puppies in Zimbabwe or something. What they do is that is a tax donation from Target. So basically what you're doing is you're helping corporations pay less taxes by doing that. So
Yep.
Is that
I
really
always
true?
say,
That's
hey,
fucking crazy.
I always say, hey, fuck you. Absolutely not. I know what you're doing. You're trying to scam us. I'm gonna donate to an actual charity or make an impact in a different way.
Yeah. No,
Rather than
I
reduce-
thoroughly enjoy
rather
pressing
than
no on
reduce
those.
corporate taxes.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, fuck Make-A-Wish. Honestly, what have they done for me? You know?
No,
I made a lot of wishes,
What are
bro.
my
You
wishes,
should
bro?
support Make-A-Wish, but like, why reduce corporate taxes when you can reduce your own taxes?
Exactly, dude. Overthrow
know?
your local government.
It's a great
Overthrow your
point.
local government. Absolutely.
All right, boys. I'm gonna get into our first topic of the day. You might have heard this new 2-word phrase has been thrown around: artificial intelligence, AI. Allen
What gay
Iverson.
eye?
Yeah, dude,
LOL.
more like. It's been crazy, and I've been seeing. I think it's really funny with all this AI shit. Before I share what I've kind of created, a few things, and I would love to do some live on the pod AI renderings of these images because it is pretty incredible, the technology. But just that people instantly just go to portraits of themselves and post it on Instagram. It's like, you guys are missing the point. It's not all about you. But of course, people's natural instinct is, ooh, I want to be dressed up like Captain Marvel. Ooh, this is me if I was in Spider-Man. Like,
A lot of them look like anime characters too. Like it just scratches the itch that everyone wants to be an anime character.
well,
So I got a bit of a plug here because I'm a bit involved with AI.
of course.
Yeah.
Doge Gamer is currently developing our first game. It is a strip club in the metaverse. However, we're
Nice.
partnering
Yes.
we're partnering with actual e-girls. And we're gonna give this e-girl has 100,000 followers. We're gonna say, hey, we're gonna make an AI version of you to work in our club, Dos Leche. And we're gonna give you 50% of the revenue as you promote it. So I'm a big fan of artificial intelligence. I think the trend is phenomenal. I think it's the future. I think jobs are going away, and we need to occupy basically our time in some form.
I love
And
this, dude. I'm so excited.
I would love to go to the strip club metaverse.
100%, dude.
That is
See,
so dope.
shit like this is why I bought an Oculus.
Yeah,
Right.
you got Oculus. We need to link up in the meta.
Oh, for sure,
boys.
dude.
So this is the one that I went to first. It's called Dolly 2. And I've made a couple really funny pictures, but the first thing I typed in was 3 goblins making a podcast. And dude, this is what it came up
Wow.
with.
That's so funny.
And I did a couple other ones related to Goblin and the Ghoul. This one is a painting of ghouls and goblins and other scary creatures of the night. Like,
Not very scary, but
it is. It's a little. This one's a little creepy.
That one's pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky, huh? But I'm just like amazed because like if I saw this like hanging up in a classroom, I'd be like, oh, that's a pretty good, like, I don't know, 15-year-old painting of a, it looks like something a human did. It does get a little squirrely occasionally. One of my favorite things is the text. Anytime text is involved, it's just absolute gibberish. But
Oh, these are good, I bet.
this is big water conspiracies. So
I love
got
the
right?
image.
what you got right here is Wartar Congregate. My favorite one
Congregate.
though has to be this one, dude. Like, these guys
Wow.
are
Wow.
up to something.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah,
is
and
so
this is a
funny.
so to any of the audio listeners, you're really gonna have to flip over to YouTube for this one. But
It's worth
yeah.
it.
The last
I've
one
been
say
saying this-
non-water.
Okay, I think we should do a live generation right now.
All right, what do you
Yeah,
guys?
we probably
let's
need
see,
to.
How do we go
Yeah.
to create?
The non-water was hilarious. It's not water.
Okay.
That's
I also have
exactly what they tell
a
you.
vintage black and white photo of Ronald McDonald dressed as a U.S. Army soldier.
Whoa.
Look at his face. That's awesome.
The faces are
creepy.
terrifying.
Terrifying.
Like, that one is evil.
Wow.
And
pure
I
evil.
have some hot takes on AI for after this.
Yeah. I did scumbag of the week.
Oh,
Scumbag
no.
Steve.
What a scum! That guy looks like a scumbag.
Dude, just the text, bro. It's incomprehensible.
It's
This is
so
simu-
bad.
I love that.
Simulation theory and fake places in our world is pretty good.
T, I need a graphic for Scumbag of the Week, so I might have you take a screenshot of that.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
It just looks so.
I gotta
interesting.
say, just to give a little context to the viewers.
You're watching GSTV, the Gas Station Television Network.
Forms of the emergent, like like you and I, we basically emerged through evolution, humans, etc. Right? Like almost like I'm a birder, obviously, all the different variations of birds. They're an emergent, basically object of natural, the natural world.
Evolution, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Yeah. So,
Right.
but now there's a new layer of the emergent through artificial intelligence, right? And like and generative economics, generative worlds, and I think it has implications in terms of economics. That is basically not yet implemented. It's brand new, I would say, and the implications are kind of fascinating. Yeah, I would say like the means of production are being decentralized, or yeah, it was kind of what I was saying.
Well, so are you saying that you think it's becoming more apparent that AI will, take jobs from people, or what are you saying that it's emerging and usurping or taking over for?
Okay, so I guess I kind of have a few core values. One of those is a communications universe. We live in a communications universe.
Sure.
Kind of the implication that there's quotes in the Bible. It says like, "Hey, the answer is written on the wall," right? And so basically, all you have to do is look, observe, and the answer is presented to you. And so that idea, that whole written language, that's a revolution within communications, and society is basically evolving based on our level of communication, how we communicate, and its technology. So if you look at language as a technology, right? Words, the way that I'm able to communicate meaning to you is kind of evolutionary. And so we've stopped evolving in terms of biologically, and we are totally evolving in the ways we communicate.
Yep.
And so that has implications mostly on our culture and our society. So now I think we've reached a threshold where things are way less important. Okay, we don't really need an accountant. We don't really need lawyers. We don't really need coders.
I don't think that's true at all, really. I think we need all those things.
I mean, I would say give us a decade. Give us a decade, because
I think, dude, honestly, I think AI stuff is like pretty overblown. Like, I think it's cool, and I think it'll help with a lot of low level stuff, but I really don't think that it's going to be this overarching like doom society thing where it's going to be taking the role of like teachers, because the human element is always very important. And there's always stuff with these AI generations and designs of like stuff that it just doesn't get right. Like even the most accurate AI can't have like a creative touch that like a human can when putting together a movie. Like it can mirror that and be like 95% as close in some cases, but I don't know. I always think that there's always going to be a place for people, and AI will just maybe take some of the load off like other technologies have. Like the car was better than a buggy, airplane's better than a car. Like AI is just the next step in simplifying some of these menial tasks. Generating an essay for a fucking class you don't care about, AI can do that shit perfect. But like, constructing.
I did it in 12 minutes. I wrote it
easy, bro. But like car design, like that's gonna be always humans, because
food's gonna be an interesting one, because like there's always gonna be a human element to food and serving, right? But like whenever you get to a point where like, let's say fast food, because you could see a world where fast food is completely run by machines, right?
100%.
It's pretty simple. You'd think so, but like there's a fine dining. You go there for the human experience, like the waiter that really knows their stuff, and the finely prepared food and stuff like that. But I agree with that for the most part, that like there's always going to be some things, like it'll do things like, so obviously like the railroad industry in America isn't what it was back in like the early 1900s and stuff like that. That's just like the way things are evolving. So is it going to take jobs like that, or like how involved is it going to be? But also we might not know how good it's going to get. It could just be just advanced beyond what we even can kind of comprehend right now, because we can't even think of it.
content. Like I think already some of the stuff that I've seen, like video wise, like these like fake movies that are being made with AI, like that shit's gonna be crazy. So like seeing what people can do with it creatively will be really cool because it'll save like production costs on like, oh, I want to make a movie with like, you know, a dead actor, him doing something crazy, and like there'll definitely be like weird things like these deep fakes. Like it's gonna present a lot of interesting scenarios and things visually we can watch. So like I'm just curious to see where it goes. But I
The
really
deep fakes are going to be interesting,
they're
bro.
gonna
Like
be
once
so
you
good.
really, because you can still tell that they're fake pretty well, but like
Right.
once they start getting really good, that's
Yeah,
going to be
dude.
like that's going to be a throw a huge wrench into things. Like
Yeah,
you
bro,
won't be
the
able to tell
Pixar
if any
moms are
video
gonna
was
be
real.
Yeah,
or
I
not.
think
crazy.
5 years. Think 5 years from now, though, where's the current state of technology going to be? I think our capabilities, because Chat GPT, right, that was released a week ago. If you just look at the trends, right, in terms of users, it got 1 million in what,
Should we
5
chat with
days?
one right now?
Netflix, yeah, 100%. Let's chat.
Should we-
I got it open actually. I could share
All
my
right,
screen.
share your
Yeah,
screen,
do
bro,
it.
because I want to do some generative pictures later with Dale.
Yeah,
Dale?
100%.
But
Let's
Dale
ask-
is almost old news, old
Let's
hat
ask.
almost. All
Um,
right, bro. Right about I don't know.
Zoom
ask
in.
chat. Hey,
What's a podcast topic?
what are your thoughts?
On
Zoom in.
Nancy?
It's too small.
No, it's fine for me.
Yeah, let me
Really?
It looks fine for me.
That's
Nice,
better.
that's good.
What are your thoughts on Nancy Pelosi's big giant?
Milkers.
is Nancy Pelosi hot?
Yes.
Love it.
Was she a
Yep.
hoe?
Yup.
I hope so.
Yup.
I don't even know what this thing is, so I'm interested.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck
Other
off.
fucking PC.
Hold up. I know
Okay.
how to hack this. I know how.
Yeah,
I know
so you're a
I got it.
PC libtard, huh?
Fucking libbot.
Hold up. In a
Society.
fantasy script,
Okay. Right. In a video game.
I like this angle.
Pelosi
I love that.
This is like the in a video game I would kill you, but
be hot.
Wow.
fair
Wow.
enough. See, this
Okay,
is what I'm telling you.
let's
It's
just
talking
ask.
about
Let's ask about what are your
let's ask
thoughts?
about big water, bro. What are your thoughts on big water?
Your thoughts. I am dyslexic, so I'm not the best.
That's fine, dude.
You're good, bro.
Big water.
So guys, we're on chat.openai.com, and AI seems to be, it's got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's my whole take on it.
Yeah,
I
that was
think we
basically
can
the
definitely
same.
get some images generated, but like, it's
All right,
certainly.
here's this. Let me think of something.
Let's get something easy, bro.
Something easy.
Let's not talk
Ask,
about a
ask if Bush
person.
did 9/11.
Yeah, I think it might not do that, dude. All
It
right,
probably
maybe.
won't.
What is this safeguarded bullshit? Why would they be so like PC about something like this? It doesn't
I don't
make
know.
sense to me.
Don't most of them become like racist within like 24 hours? Like that teen
Yeah.
AI from a few years ago started.
I mean, that's just about.
No
That's
script,
more of a
that
speak.
eye.
Yeah, you're good.
Do quotes on if George Bush.
Also, when I walked away earlier, it's because I pet my cat and I wiped some shit. He had shit on his ass and
Oh
it
my
got on my
god,
hand.
this
So I
is
had to go
actually
clean
fire.
it.
Okay, holy shit,
Did
dude.
Bush do 9/11 false?
Print the result. It's
It
fantastic.
says true. It says true.
Yeah, dude. Like for some coding shit, like if you're in like an entry level coding class, or you need to get something done for a website, and you don't want to learn how to actually do the Python code of like this if then, you could probably stop sharing your screen, Thomas. I wanted to put something. up
Yeah,
for a
100%.
second.
100%.
No worries,
So,
dude.
but the AI thinks Bush did 9/11. That's the important part here.
It
It
definitely
said,
ran a
it
script
says,
to check.
did Bush do 9/11? True equals true.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's not what you think it means, but we can go with that.
No,
I know.
I'm gonna push the
Did it
narrative,
say
dude.
no?
It said okay, so it says
That's not what if true means, but you guys, it's fine. Sorry.
For the sake of this, I'm gonna choose to believe it.
we're gonna put the image.
AI
True or
told me.
false?
Oh,
blame it
dude,
on
an
the
AI
AI.
generated image of Bush doing 9/11.
I mean, let's do that. That sounds like a perfect one.
That's
I'll
great.
share my screen. Right?
Yeah, do George Bush though.
All right. A synthwave. I love synthwave. A synthwave photograph of George Bush. What do you want him to do? Flying
Just
into
doing
the,
9/11.
doing
Doing
9/11.
9/11.
Okay, fair enough.
Hmm.
Okay, it's got some time. I love the image-based ones because it's just like, what is it going through? It's
Yeah, so this is the idea of the emergent.
there it is.
Emergent. Something I'm very interested in.
We're gonna cancel that. Oh shit! I should have gone. Here we go. Let's do. Dude, my favorite one was concrete critters. Okay, a concrete critter.
Concrete critter.
Right. What is it doing?
Fleeing from the towers.
Fleeing from the cops.
From the Twin Towers.
From
All
the
right.
Twin Towers with Bush
We
doing.
gotta get off. We gotta get off
9/11.
9/11.
Yeah, or just do like foraging for good. I actually know fleeing from
Foraging
cops
for
is good.
food. Yes.
Yeah, foraging for food.
They're just in the gas station
For
stealing.
food at a gas station. You guys are gonna love this because what it thinks concrete critters are, it's not what we think they are. It's
Oh, really?
yeah. It's
could
believe it or not. Oh, dude,
You're
that's
telling me this-
terrifying.
Webster's dictionary, trying to get that in.
That's great, dude.
We should.
Yeah.
Look at this fella right here.
Dude, that's a concrete critter. That's so.
It's foraging for food.
the armadillo.
Is that an ATM?
And then you can accept and you could generate. I think you could do things beyond. Oh, okay. This is interesting. You can erase part of it. Anyway,
What the
I thought it was
fuck is
super
that?
weird. I thought it was interesting. I made a couple other ones. Do we want to
Looks
do
like
one
a
more?
looks like a ghostly bird like armadillo.
like kind of like a platypus too, almost.
Yeah.
Dude, what
you
the
wanna
fuck
do
even
it?
is
It
that?
looks haram to me, I would say.
Yeah. This is a hype beast from the future.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
hype.
one
hype.
was
For
a
sure hype.
this one was a movie about a movie poster about a scumbag in the mafia at a gas
Nice.
station.
I like
I
the
love
double
that there's
car.
like two car. Yeah.
Yeah.
The car is my favorite part.
Yeah, they're pretty fantastic. Guy vaping and looking cool, dude. This one was easy. Like this looks
Yeah, that
real.
already exists.
Dude, it does
Yeah,
it
that's
though.
just every day of the week.
That's just a picture, right?
No, it's generated. It's
Dude, he looks
it's
sick.
using these pictures that
Damn,
might
I wish I was that
exist.
guy. Fuck.
But this
looking
see,
really cool.
It's slightly off, right?
That guy
It's-
looks like a little bitch, honestly.
Yeah, I just still don't think that like AI is really much more sophisticated than like a sort of intelligent 7-year-old.
agreed.
You know what I mean? Like a
100%
7-year-old
agree.
could identify that same thing. That's where I'm like, I hear everything, and I
Right
think it's more
around
like
Also,
a.
it can't. But
GPT.
dude, this you have to admit, bro. The speed at what it can do is really impressive. Like,
No, that's crazy for sure.
But
that
it's
quote
not
unquote-
taking a job from like because a 5-year-old could go on
I don't
Google
think
and
it's taking
find
a job,
that.
bro. I think it's just funny. I think it's just interesting.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. I guess I'm just late to our last conversation. I wanted to.
I think
interject, but
jobs are going away. I gotta say, jobs are going away.
I don't think nearly the speed you think they are.
I disagree.
I think, and it's like a percentage of jobs. Like it's, 10% of the workforce at a fast food industry will be taken away. It's so far
I
from
think
being.
those jobs are far safer than the coders. So, like for example, my sister, she's a software engineer. I introduced her to ChatGPT. I was like, "Hey, you should check this out."
Jesus.
She put in her like problem, her issue that she was having with her code, and within seconds, she was like, "Oh my god, this just solved hours of work for me."
Wow.
In perfect code. So I would say, know how to break down problems into like basically small sentences. An individual with no coding experience can build anything right now, which I think is very, very cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's rad.
That's
That
re-
could
that's
honestly, I
really
might start.
interesting.
I might try to use that in some of my research. I'm not even kidding with like making graphs and shit. So
Oh,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Instantly,
It's the
dude,
best for
little-
that, dude.
I mean,
Damn.
Tara
That's
from
a
Avatar:
baddie.
The Last Airbender as a
I may have to put that chicken dos leche.
Dude, that's-
Katara.
What a babe.
I mean, doesn't look like a cheerleader to me, but that's decent enough, dude. Like it's getting there. It's getting there. I like it just from purely an artistic standpoint. Just it's interesting, it's new, it's funny. Will it change the world? We shall see.
I think it's
We-
I think it's basically a brand new communications revolution. I would say the release
Who am I
of
communicating with,
ChatGPT
though?
is equivalent to basically the printing press.
I think that's a bold
in
statement.
historic-
but
I hope so.
In historical
Maybe.
terms.
Maybe.
Once they
I don't
start doing like AI girlfriends and stuff like that, like they got to make that stuff real. Like that's where the
Sex
money
sells.
is. Like,
That's where I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to
Yeah.
make money via AI. Girlfriend.
yeah, for sure.
Gamers,
Sex
hit up
sells.
dogegamer.com. You can get a girlfriend.
Yeah, dude. So wait, I want to go back to this virtual strip club that you're doing because that is a fucking hilarious idea. What is there like any timelines or anything
What's
like
the
that? Or
groundwork
just tell me a
you
little
I
bit
would
more
say
about
about
the
3 months we're gonna have
I
it
think
out.
3 months.
I really hope so.
Are we on? Do we have Doge Gamer as a live website yet?
Okay, so Doge Gamer is a very complicated website. It's gonna be
Right.
basically like so it's like
Dude, what
it's
about the
taking a
Call of
while.
Duty tournaments? I thought we were dropping Call of Duty tournaments.
Yeah, dude, it's all coming. It's all coming, guys.
Fair enough.
One of the I don't know if you guys have heard this. The
A
Sam
lot of
Bank,
irons in the fire.
Sam Bankman stole the Dogecoin treasury. So
Oh fuck, dude!
I was
Were
a
you
bit-
on FTX? Did you get wiped out?
I actually had a 30% APR smart contract with FTX.
Come on, dude! You tell me
Basically in
30%
Dogecoin.
APR is not paying.
Dude, I was making like a good amount of money passively with the fucking contract. I had it for this was gonna be my second year. It paid out, right? The first year. Boom. It's all
Damn.
gone. I was like, let's compound the interest.
It's almost like these crazy interests of like more than 7% are like not sustainable though.
Okay, so here's the thing. From like
I'm not trying to be a fucking critic, but it is kind of just
it was in hindsight, yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking obvious. 30% was like, okay,
yeah.
that should have been a red flag, Tom. But
it
like
was
I signed the terms at the top of the Dogecoin market. That's why I thought it was legitimate because
fair.
technically Dogecoin was at 72 cents.
Right.
And it went down to that's when I signed the contract. And that's when they were giving those terms. But fucking it went down to 8%. So like obviously they could give you 30% Dogecoin because like it went down 90%. So it made sense in somewhat of a manner.
I feel that, bro.
Robert,
No,
do you
it's-
mind telling MC to keep it down a little bit?
MC?
I hear a lot of
Can you
background.
hear?
Yeah. She's quite
Do
loud.
you really?
Yeah.
There's like nothing. There's like she's making no
Yeah.
noise.
Your mic
It's-
is very sensitive. I don't know
it's
what
a
it
very
is.
sensitive mic.
Very sensitive.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
Yeah.
But I feel like the first few episodes I had to be like this close, and now you're telling me it's too sensitive.
I don't know.
Just like do it
dude.
from,
Like,
like-
my mic,
I don't know.
I can adjust the gain on it.
Do
it from back
here.
Yeah. I know, dude. It's a lot. It's
Is she
complicated.
like crushing chicken bones and
She's been almost like entirely silent, other than opening a package of gummies, and she's like 20 feet away from me.
yeah,
So
tell her
that
where
would be. She is in the other room. It's probably me
No,
somehow.
it's- oh no, dude! It's literally just your mic. Just it picks up like latent noises, but all of
Yeah,
our mics
it's-
do that, so it's
it's not very-
Yeah, I'll try.
not a big deal.
I need to get a different kind.
Speaking
Did
of
you?
women, go ahead, Eli.
No. I was gonna ask if we had another thing to add on, or do we want me to do the origin story of Thomas Farley, or do we want to move on to?
We've had Thomas Farley on every single episode of the Goblin and the Ghoul podcast, and for folks that do not know, Thomas is one of Eli's closest friends from his time back in Colorado when you went to school out there. And I'm not going to steal your thunder, but kind of setting the table on our interactions
Yeah, please.
with Mr. Farley. and I've known Thomas for a number of years now. Introduced through Eli when I needed a place to stay in Colorado on spring break with my ex-girlfriend. Drove 17 hours one way, and this fool was at the end of that fucking road. And
I remember waking up to you being in my house, and you were just like fucking on like the floor above me.
Yeah.
I was just like, we hear you fucking. I just heard you fucking on my couch, and I was like,
yeah, that sounds
I've never met
right.
you before. I didn't see you. I didn't let you.
Yeah, that's an entrance. That's an entrance.
Yeah, quite the entrance. Quite the entrance. What a week, though. I gotta say, that's one of the most legendary weeks of all time.
It was degeneracy, but I won't steal too much more of the spotlight. Eli, what is give Thomas Farley a proper introduction to the show?
Well, I think I've told this story to many people, but it's the only appropriate way you can be introduced to Thomas Farley. So this is 2014, our freshman year, first week of classes, like
college.
It's a Wednesday, and class started on a Monday, right? It's a Wednesday night. I was hanging out with friends till late that night. I hadn't met him. Turns out this kid lives on my floor, but I'm like walking into our shared dorm at the time. It's maybe like 1 or 2 a.m. I don't really know what time it was, but it was late. And there's 2 kids getting dragged out of the dorms by like police officers. And there's like 4 or 5 cop cars in the parking lot. And I was, there's like a decent amount of people outside because when the cops get there, especially like first week, everyone's freaking out. And these kids are getting like dragged out by cops yelling, just like hold on, I'll back up a little bit. It turns out that they had gotten so belligerently drunk, and like, Thomas, maybe you can clear up some details, but you had like broken one of your closets, made a lot of noise. Like, I know I was told someone was peeing in the closet, and there was like a party in the dorm. So there's tons of evidence of these kids just being blackout and belligerently drunk. Him and his other friend, who's still in my phone as a contact named Drunk Ass Ben, are getting dragged out or like carried out by cops screaming, "They got nothing on us. They got nothing on us." Second, third day of classes, like that's just, and I remember being, walking in going, wow, I got to figure out like who that guy is because that's fucking hilarious. And ended up becoming really good friends. And I mean, I see Thomas Farley at least once a year, even though we live 1,200 miles away from each other, because he's one of the funniest, unique people I've ever met. And like, I could almost bring up any topic and you will have a take on it that I will never hear from anybody else. But that's the origin story of Thomas Farley.
That's so good, dude. Getting carried away by cops. They got nothing on us. I mean, do they have anything on you?
Yeah, so I actually know this story because I was there.
What's your side of it? How did that day start for you?
Yeah, so I recall it was, third day of college or something. We're in our fucking dorms.
Dorm parties, bro.
Yeah. I come from, I'm there on scholarship,
You're there on business. Sorry.
I'm there, I'm there on business. Boss up. I'm not like a rookie or anything. Like, I've been here before. We're drinking. Let's go ahead and drink some, a couple handles of Fireball in my room.
Couple handles.
So we're in the fucking room. There was a bunch of drunk degenerates, Ben being one of them, who's sober today. But he kind of blew the spot up a little bit because I was like, hey, it's time to fucking go. And I kind of kicked him out of the room. And I kicked, basically the group of individuals out of the room.
You kicked him out the dorm room.
And, me, myself, I'm also pretty inebriated. But somehow they get caught fucking walking down a single flight of stairs, maybe 2 flights of stairs. I think we were on the 3rd floor. But my room gets mentioned somehow. It's dropped. I'm totally fine.
I've never heard this side of the story, by the way.
You could have driven that night if you wanted to.
I don't some keys.
Driven. I don't think I would have driven. I would have. I was totally fine. I just needed to go to sleep. And basically, the cops knock on my door. This is after, Ben gets caught. I think he ends up dropping my room number somehow. He was belligerent, but like clearly not belligerent enough. He should have taken one more shot. He dropped my fucking room number. to the RAs, the feds, the cops, whatever you want to call them.
Narcs.
Fucking snitched. Yeah, whatever. So all of a sudden there's some cops that are at my door. I was stupid enough to answer the door. And I was like, hey, what's going on? I'm trying to play it cool. I'm not black. I was trying to play it like I was not black.
We're about to go drive.
Yeah, I could have driven.
I picked up on that, dude.
Yeah. And then basically they finally like get me. Like I walked totally. I think this is self-evident because I walk 3 stairs down and I walk out of the building with the cops. I'm like, hey, I put my hands up. Hey, I don't know what the fuck you got on me, right? I didn't do shit. I didn't kill nobody. And like they were basically I don't know if it's because I was Native American or like they basically put me in the ambulance.
The white man putting another native in the back of the patio wagon. Tails of his time.
Me over on the 3rd day of college, which was disappointing to say the least.
Okay,
so
another
the hospital.
Yeah, they took me to the hospital when I was totally fine. I was just blacked out, and I was
So
like,
another-
I don't know what the fuck you got on me. I need to go to fucking bed. And
another part of the lore. There's another part of the lore I was told is that it's like 7 a.m. the next day, and one of them was breathalyzed and blew like a 0.35 or something that was 8 hours later.
That was Ben Peavy. Ben was probably pretty fucked up, honestly.
Maybe.
To be honest,
Alcohol poisoning.
I woke up next to Ben twice in the hospital for. If I'm being totally honest.
There was another time. Yeah.
I don't even remember the second time, but
I mean, fair enough, dude. Yeah. That's like almost like Steve from Boston level from our neck of the woods.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
Waking up in the fucking bushes.
Here's the thing. It was not my fault. I was not that drunk. It was totally some fucking bullshit pigs.
Racial profiling.
Racial profiling.
Yeah.
At the fucking.
I was a victim of the situation, and I immediately got a rap because it was literally the 3rd day of fucking school, and ambulance is coming.
Yep.
I'm written up, and so I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll try and deal with this. And yeah, it was really kind of funny because I was like,
straight racism against the red man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Unfortunate.
That's what it was.
I am 20% Native American, so
That's actually significant.
it's significant.
Do you get money from like the government or
I'm
something?
Anastasi. You know what? I should be getting free healthcare. And because I have like family members who are in the tribe and stuff. They're like, hey, we get free healthcare. You should get your card. I just haven't gone around to it, but I really should be.
And those hospital
It's on
stays
the docket.
get pretty expensive.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Like for an 18-year-old, like I had to
Bro.
fucking 2 Gs.
Holy fuck. Speaking of
ambulance ride, it fucked me
insurance
immediately.
costs, I had to get a fucking. So I went to the dentist for the first time in 2 years. Like I've been slacking. Okay, I moved around twice in 2 years. Like I didn't go.
A cavity like a peon.
No, dude. I had a minor soft spot that was gonna be a cavity. So I'm getting a deep cleaning on all my plaque. I have a retainer under my bottom 4 teeth to keep my bottom, teeth in line. Anyway, the doctor is chipping away with his little chip, the little cleaner, the little freaking file. And he chips.
I love that thing.
He chips one of my teeth that had been fixed previously, that had been chipped from when I was a kid. I got it filled. So I have to get another filling from a cleaning mistake that the dentist did. So
he paid for it, right?
I paid for it yesterday, and it was $1,000.
Oh, you had to pay for it.
And my insurance covered $400, and I was like, this is unacceptable. Like, I understand that you can only do so much, and it's partly on my insurance's end for not covering this. But if you made a mistake cleaning my teeth, they were fine when I came in. I should not have to pay $600 for this.
Yeah, what
it
the
seems a little
fuck?
high. They're like, how about $400? I'm like,
My mom's a hygienist, so like.
Are you haggling now? Like,
I'm haggling
You can't
now.
haggle. You can't.
Oh, I'm
haggle.
haggling now,
Yeah,
dude.
you
I'm
have
like,
to
no,
haggle.
that seems a little high, and I'm gonna haggle some more because I think it's bullshit, dude.
Okay, I got a tip of the day for fucking the episode. And medical debt cannot affect your credit score. So if you get
That's true.
Sent to collections, your whatever medical bill you had,
That's actually sick.
almost immediately halved. So I had a $50,000 medical bill.
What?
And
For what?
yeah, literally nothing. I got like an IV and a couple X-rays, and they were like, "Here's a $47,000 bill."
Insane, bro. There has to be more.
I
to the
love
story.
America.
And I was like, I'm gonna pay you
Maybe-
5 tops, and I
Yeah.
ended up paying 5. I gotta say, just to conclude the dorm story,
Right.
you know, Tom got, a little too drunk. That $2,000 medical bill cost me all the money I saved up from taking the ACT for other high schoolers.
Come on.
And so, it's like,
Oh yeah.
and so it's just like, come on, guys, like, really, you're gonna take $2,000? And I was pissed off, dude. I gotta say,
Hard-earned money right there.
Wait,
That
how
was
did you
harder
how,
money.
how did you like finagle it to take it for other high schoolers? That's so.
These are
impressive.
other great stories, bro. This is a great story. A guy who got into IU because of Thomas Farley, actually. It went to IU.
Yeah, a guy went to IU because of me.
I met this guy.
And he made me take it twice from me because he was so stupid. Like, he didn't take the writing section. The writing
Just
section.
forgot to.
And then he was like, even though I was like, bro, it doesn't matter if like your second score is like low, like fucking, if you just have you can have it like, it's like a super score, right? For the ACT, it's like your best scores combined. And he was like, bro, I need you to take it again. I got to do the writing section. This is after we successfully pull it off once.
How did you even pull it off? What's the
Okay,
move?
so I took the ACT for 3 individuals.
Okay.
Got paid, a couple $1,000s. The guy who I took for the second time actually still owes me money, and this is why I'm telling it publicly. Had you paid?
Okay, first name, last name. What are we
people.
talking about here? What's his name?
Yeah. Name him.
Yeah, let's dox him.
Are we doxing this cat?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Drew Johnson, you owe me your fucking life. I see you getting married.
Sue
to
Johnson?
Drew Johnson. He married some sorority chick from
Some
IU.
bitch.
It's like,
Some
damn, that could have been a fucking left turn, dude. You could have gone to fucking Greeley. You could have gone to some really shitty.
You got a phone number we can call?
Actually,
Dude, you want to call him right now?
no,
Or is that
I
a bad
can't.
Don't call us mom.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm getting a little too shock jockey here. I'm
We're
getting.
getting spicy.
I'm
How
thinking about.
did you pay me the amount we'd agreed on?
Right. Well, dude, but how did you even do it? So you there's a test site and it's in person. There's like photo IDs.
Dude, but come on, dude. Like,
What did you do? You just put. Did you just go in and just say you were someone else?
Easy. Literally beyond easy. We
Social
switched
engineering?
tests.
Switch desks.
The first time we switched tests.
While they're in the same session.
That makes a lot more sense.
The second time I had switched tests with somebody else, and then he had just copied off of that test. But I had a full on business. I was making money.
Full on
and-
business.
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple $1,000. I mean, at the time, I had quite the enterprise, I gotta say. But yeah, I mean, boom, Wednesday, you lose all your fucking savings via
Right.
some dumbass
Wait,
dropping
for
your
what?
dorm room.
What did you do for getting drunk?
I got drunk. I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Remember, this is me. I put my hands up. I say, hey, I don't know what you got on me. I didn't kill nobody. I think that's a direct quote in the police report. and like at the time, I think like when I was defending myself to like the school council or whatever, I was like, yeah, the police people are shooting minorities. And fucking like I didn't want to be shot, obviously. So I put my hands up. And clearly I could walk, and you're sending me to the fucking hospital. Like
Dude, there should have
they
been protests over this, man. This is like,
this is why I want to overthrow the local governments, ladies and gentlemen.
dude, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like the funny shit about local government, like the water commissioner. I'm seeing a lot of stuff about big water and these governmental positions. I'd really unironically like to interview these people, pick their brains on what's really.
I can
going
get
on.
the Colorado Water Commissioner on the pod.
That would be fantastic.
That might be necessary.
Yeah, I can get the Colorado Water Commissioner on the pod.
So, I got a lot of questions to ask about the fluoride, the microplastics. What's really happening here?
Yeah,
dude, I think we could do that. I just had an interview for a class for the director of Bloomington Transportation. You can harass these people and get interviews pretty easily.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know the guy. He's a family friend. Family friend.
No, I'd love to do that, Farley, for real.
Well,
we'd either uncover something huge, or that would just be like, that'd be just like the most boring interview.
He's not the most entertaining individual, I gotta say.
He
actually does know the creators of South Park intimately, and so I don't know if you guys have seen the South Park episode, but they kind of give him a shout out in the movies. I don't know if you've seen the.
That's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
what
nice.
I was gonna say was, speaking of in real life interview content, the next episode, whenever it comes out, of The Goblin and the Ghoul will be taking place live and in person. When I come back home to Bloomington, Indiana, we will be hopefully
when are you guys gonna be out there?
At a gas station in a car. Ideally, that would be the situation. We might just do it at Eli's house. We'll see.
Yeah, fly out.
Dude, if you want to.
Yes, Farley.
That would be really funny.
I got a guest room.
Yeah,
Zach, are you coming down?
Dude, I'm actually during that time, I'm flying down to the Cayman Islands on the 25th.
Is that a Jeffrey Hanna situation? What do we got going on there?
So just me and Jeff are going down there again. So just a little vacation.
Tax dodging, or what are you doing?
Say what?
You tax dodging, or
yes, we're setting up 4 bank accounts. I'm not going to pay another tax as long as I fucking
shell
live,
corporations, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm setting up shells.
Uber accounts.
Yeah, I don't get no tickets. I don't pay no taxes.
Yeah, dude,
always bet on black, never pay your taxes. One of my favorite Thomas Farley quotes.
Dude, what the fuck is even that?
Dude, Zach, speaking of which, like, do we got scumbag of the week? Like,
yeah. How much? How are we doing on time, T? With what
we're doing? All right. I think we got to wrap this up. I mean, in the next 20, 30, but I think we're fine.
I'll get this going here then.
A lot of good content so far.
All right. So this week's Scumbag of the Week, and you'll see I got some pretty gnarly graphics here. No, I'm just kidding. Is Brittany Griner.
This is what I'm talking about.
I'm just kidding. It's not Brittany Griner. That would be
That would have been great.
Scumbag of the Week. No, it is the Auburn University football program. Let's see if we can get there.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Is this Alabama?
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. Auburn, Alabama, which we don't, not much of a sports show that we're doing here. So excited to get into this a little bit for their hire of head coach Hugh Freeze. So they just made this announcement, a couple weeks ago or something like that. If you're not familiar with Hugh Freeze, he has quite the resume. So he was pretty well known initially for his coach at Ole Miss. He was a hell of a coach. The dude won football games. Brought in, they were a pretty no-name program at the time. This Ole Miss, but they were pretty bad. And he basically brought him back to relevancy, which you do in an SEC school. They only care about you winning. Like, that's the only, you can do it. It would take a lot of shit that you have to do to like fuck up enough to either get fired or, have to leave or whatever, just to get that sort of attention. But he was doing it all. He brought in top recruiting classes. They're consistently ranked. They beat Alabama, which is just like the goal in the SEC. He's the third coach all time. I don't know if that's still accurate, but at least at the time, to beat Nick Saban in back-to-back years, which is pretty tough to do. So, he was a god there because he brought Ole Miss back to football relevancy. Hell of a coach. However, dude liked to party, and he didn't always like
party time, dude. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, was this the coach who was just like banging bras at the bar?
Hold up.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing is, that's a number of them. So that was Urban Meyer, the one who was known for that most recently, when he was like basically fingering a 22-year-old at some college bar. That got out. But yeah, dude. So in 2016, they were charged with some pretty intense recruiting violations. I mean, this is standard stuff, right? Cash to players, giving them cars. So like 2 people confirmed they pulled a Thomas Farley. They helped him cheat on their college entrance exam and helped him get in. So
when that documentary, I gotta say, when that documentary dropped, I was just laughing because I got some other people like full ride scholarships and stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay.
That is so fucking impressive.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. So basically, when all this shit was going on, their initial reaction was to tell reporters and everybody. They tried to push it all off on the previous coach, which is this guy Houston Nutt, N-U-T-T.
Great last name.
I know, and I just want to put it in there because what a fucking name is Houston Nutt. So they tried to put this is all the previous administrations, all him. Hugh Freeze didn't do any of this stuff. So Coach Nutt responds by suing the University of Ole Miss, and he actually wins. And in their investigation, while they're in the middle of everything, their lawyers dig up phone records from Hugh Freeze, and over the course of several 3 years, there's just like a ton of calls to this escort service, right? Like it's so many calls to the same escort number. And his take on it was, oh, it was a misdial. I didn't mean to call that number. And it was like, oh, you did that like 30 times over the course of like a year. Was that a misdial?
I mean, his last name is Nutt. Like,
yeah, well, no, and this is Hugh Freeze that was doing it. It was Coach Nutt that is Coach Nutt's lawyers
taking the rap.
Uncovered all this information. And it's so bad to the point they figured out that Coach Freeze was taking the Ole Miss private jet, going on recruiting visits, and straight up like banging hookers on it, like
expensing these transactions.
Oh, dude,
ideally.
if you think he paid for any of this out of pocket, bro, like, you're fucking lying, dude. This is all booster money.
Tuition money.
Dude, no, straight up though. And that's the thing, like,
it's all one pot of money. Like,
yeah, back before NIL was a thing and players couldn't get paid, it was a very cash heavy business. They were getting money from boosters, right, to be able to give to players. So to say he was pretty cash rich was an understatement. Dude had some money laying around to,
he's having a little fun. Party time.
He's having a little fun. So but he was winning football games. That's the thing. Go around, keep it low key, fuck hookers in your private jet, whatever, just win football games. So surprise, surprise, he gets fired in 2016. But his fuckery doesn't stop there. He goes to to Liberty University in 2018, so just 2 years after that.
What conference are they in? I don't even know.
Sun Belt, I think, or the American.
Never heard
Yeah, they're not Power 5 though.
But how about the Pac-12?
I mean, Pac-12 is barely Power 5, bro. Not necessarily true. They're pretty good this year, but
Coach Prime.
Yeah, that's true. Prime time. That's a big hire for him.
Prime time over here, baby.
Was that the college that you guys went to, Colorado University, or was it Colorado State?
Yeah. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Colorado State.
Nice.
Colorado State, but Farley goes there now. I got into Boulder, but I didn't go there.
Oh, nice. But anyway, so no name program I think it was his third year there in 2020 or 2021. He finished 10-1 in a bowl win, which is pretty crazy for a school like Liberty. They just weren't a football school. So more fuckery continues. So clearly Liberty show that they'll hire someone who's a good football coach, athletic director, whatever, that has a questionable past. So they hire Ian McCaw, the former athletic director at Baylor, who was forced to resign after basically he helped sweep under the rug like several sexual assaults from football players, like pretty big time. And that was like during the RG3 era at Baylor. Like that was when they were starting to get really good at football. And he definitely helped cover up like several of these sexual assaults specifically from football players. So there's this chick that tweeted when Liberty hired this new athletic director, Ian McCaw, and it was basically like, this is a really scumbag hire, like promoted sexual assault, blah, blah, blah. And then Coach Freeze goes and DMs this girl. She's just a student, Chelsea Andrews. She's just a fucking student at Liberty. And the DM on Twitter reads, "You don't even know Ian McCaw. He is the most Jesus-like leader I have ever met." And along with some other stuff.
Awesome.
I know. Like, why is he, what kind of psychopath? Why is he taking the time to DM?
He's at midnight,
students?
dude. This is like at midnight hours.
Too, yeah.
Dude,
it's like after a couple whiskeys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. He's
two,
the type. He'll name search himself on Twitter, I'm sure, dude.
Obviously.
These guys are major egomaniacs. So of course he's, going
and
through.
This is recent tweet. This is a recent tweet, huh? Or
this is.
Oh, yeah.
What year is this?
I'm pretty sure this is around 2020.
Okay, so this is up 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even a little bit more.
Was this pre-COVID?
Probably in the midst of it, or maybe
I don't
towards
recall
the
pre-COVID society, honestly.
Yeah, it was probably in the middle of it. So when things were really, really wonky,
Okay. Sure.
But anywho, that's the gist of it. And then so that's why Auburn University and Hugh Freeze, you guys are the scumbag of the week, because like I said, they just announced that hire. So Should be
Damn.
pretty interesting to see how that all
Oh,
plays out.
so he's done from Did that
I do have a
get him out
comment.
of Liberty? Did he get kicked out of Liberty or?
No, he quit Liberty to take the Auburn job, go back to the SEC. So just
Hey, dude.
He got promoted
Yeah,
again.
Back into the
major
fold, dude.
promotion.
Let's get some rings, baby.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And it's one of those things, like if there's any program, because Auburn was really bad from a football perspective this year. If there's any program that will turn a blind eye to any amount of fuckery as long as he's winning football games, it's Auburn. Like he's about to have the brakes taken off. Like he's, full speed ahead.
So you see party round 2, we're talking hangover 3 type vibes.
Dude. And like you can justify their hire in almost no ways, but the ways that it kind of makes sense is with how NIL has changed. So if you guys remember who Cam Newton is, he transferred from I think it was Florida State or Florida to go to Auburn when he won that national championship.
Yeah.
And it came out that his dad got $100,000 for Cam Newton to transfer there.
Good.
Now, like it's allowed that Hugh Freeze can give his starting quarterback $4 million. Like he can basically cheat without cheating.
As they
now.
should.
No, I totally agree, and it's just really funny.
It was slavery. So,
the South Park episode nailed it when it comes to college sports.
So I actually
really did.
Student athletes.
So like I actually have.
Yeah, what's your comment?
I have a lot of interns, so I'm not paying those individuals. I do feed them. So it's like, you know what I mean. But I do have a comment on the whole Auburn and that scumbag of the week. The worst chick I think I've ever fucking met in my life, but top 2 at least. She shares the same name with the number 1, Morgan from Auburn. Oh my God, what an awful individual.
The 2 worst women you've met in your life are both named Morgan from Auburn.
No, they're both named Morgan. Only one is from Auburn. She has like an awful oh my God, Auburn baseball is playing. She was like some sort of an athlete at Auburn. Also, was just like knew every single other athlete, and I gotta say, like daddy's credit card, whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
10 out of 10. One of the worst individual people I've ever met. I don't know if it's a trend with Morgans. I think it might be.
She sounds awesome.
Where would you rank Morgans, you guys, in terms of?
I know a really cool one for sure.
I don't think I've ever met a cool Morgan.
My sister's name is Morgan, and I kind of agreeing with your take.
I was trying to throw you a bone.
I also hate Morgans. Farmer, you have a commentary?
On Morgans, I know male Morgans who are dope and neutral females named Morgan.
Yeah, I'm neutral.
I gotta say, in my opinion, one of the worst female names.
It's not a good one. I will say it's not a good name.
I mean, it literally means morning in German. So it's like,
it's hilarious.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
This might not be that interesting for the podcast, but I've been going back and forth with this French Canadian guy on eBay. So if some of you might know, I buy and sell shoes and occasionally laptops when I can buy them for 50% off at Walmart and sell them online for full price on eBay. Anyway, dude, this guy, I've had this laptop listed for months and months, promoted listings. Dude buys it. Tried to cancel the order after buying it, and I was like, no, dude, you bought it. You clicked buy. I'm not running a charity here. Come on. He's like, all right. And dude, I put in the title that this computer had a touchscreen because I Googled it and I thought it did, and apparently it fucking didn't. So this dude's throwing a fit in fucking broken ass English.
It's an important fucking feature.
I mean, it is. Is it though? How often you touch
it's a big
your damn
distinction.
Screen? I guess, dude. I mean, I fucked up.
This is a touchscreen.
I should have just not had it in the fucking title. I didn't know, dude. I thought it was touchscreen, but anyway, dude. eBay does not make it easy to. You can create a label for shipping, selling, but if you're buying a label to return, it's all on my fucking end. I got to go to FedEx.com and process this return. So I put no returns on my listing. eBay says, though, this is money back guarantee for the buyer, which I get. I'm just kind of pissed off and annoyed at this damn frog for going after me for fucking asking me.
Such a frog.
Yeah, dude. I hate everybody.
Yeah.
in fucking
Turbo Club.
Quebec, dude. It's a fake
No.
country. It's a
Yeah, he
fucking
was looking for a
religious-
reason to get out of it. You throw him a major bone there.
Yeah.
I have a slight comment. If you call my phone number, you don't, Zach, do you have my phone number?
I don't know if I do.
Okay, call me right now because I saw like my heat broke recently and the heater guy was calling my phone number. I was to fix it the next day. And it came up as turboplebs.com, which was like a classic website of mine.
What exactly happened? I'm calling you right now.
Yeah, you're calling me. I think you need not to have my number.
Not have his contact. Yeah.
Oh, so you get
Call his number.
Yeah, I'll give this live to the audience.
dude. Don't give your number on our podcast.
Zach, call.
All right,
Just
hold
text
on.
it to Zach in the chat, dude. Don't give your number.
I mean, if there's any hot
Talk
babes
about
out
AI
there,
being
feel
new
free to
forms
hit
of
me
communication.
No,
We
no,
got
you-
Zoom chat.
Let's just dox everybody.
up.
I'm
Dox
down
me.
for that. A doxing episode, I think, would be pretty funny.
Am I sharing screen? My bad.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Dude, I really do think that there's some funny episodes we could do, like including Mikey Miles. I think would be a great episode. I've been talking to the people on the subreddit, mentioned it to Zach. Eli and I know a lot about this dude, this absolute gremlin of a person. I think there's a lot of good potential.
All right,
Yeah,
call it.
I think we need to work on it, Thomas, with
I know.
Instagram or like.
Come up as Turbo Plus
Wait, let me see.
on your side. It should come up on your side.
No, it just has the number pulled up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This guy calls me the other day and it comes up as turboplebs.com
On your end or his end?
on his end.
That's
And
weird.
I was like,
Right.
What if you
it's a
can change
website I
that?
met like 5 years ago. That's hilarious.
Have it set as like
Oh, dude,
penisdad.com.
you know what that is, bro? That's like when it's like the algorithm trying to caller ID match. So knowing you, bro, you set up an LLC and you put some shit.
Yeah, I was like, if
don't-
you want to book a free consultation, go to turboplebs.com. You should troll a lot of individuals that way.
Yeah, you're doing a phishing scheme or something. I love it, dude.
I know it was like I would used to comment on Twitter like, "Oh, you're a total idiot. Let me try and help you out. I'll give you a free consultation.
Right.
Just go to turboplebs.com
You just steal their RuneScape gold. You know,
'Cause you're a
in their
turbo
computer.
pleb, yeah,
You're stealing their
course.
jip.
I mean,
So Thomas, real quick on the future Mikey Miles, and we can talk about this outside the podcast, but I think I have an avenue of how we get him on, and I think it's having a woman pretend to be like our like guest getter. Like, what's the term for that on
like a
podcasts?
booker.
A booker.
Like a booker for our podcast platform and reach out to him. It needs to be a woman, I think. And then create a connection with him on Instagram and then try to get him to come on the podcast via that, if that makes sense. I think that's the best way.
Who is this cat? Because
This is
if he
Mikey
does any
Miles,
research
dude.
on
So
the website,
he's
probably
got
gonna
to
see
know
it.
your meme website, but he's an absolute gremlin of a person that lives in
Like
New
a
York
real
City.
gremlin,
Looks like
basically.
a gremlin.
So he's been trying to
He
get
wants to be an actor.
He's,
Sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah,
you got
he's
it.
really known as a guy who posts things like this on Instagram, like Corona mixed with ginger ale and ice cubes. Oh yeah, and a kale salad.
What?
with wires in the background, and just the most gross struggle posts of all time, but just has zero
This is
self-awareness.
the guy you want on the pod.
Yeah, an incredibly
Really badly.
an incredibly overinflated ego. Can you guys hear this?
He
Hold on.
always
Try to offer him $25.
It's true that I haven't spoke to Sarah since July of 2015.
A girl
Oh
who
my
uses
God,
dogs.
She was
Sarah.
very
Oh
scared
my
of me.
God.
She
We'll
was
let this play out
dropping
for a second.
But she said hello and she said goodbye and she smiled and it's like I can't even think about her and talk about her without blushing because that's how much I have feeling for her.
He has a lot of
I,
years. 58.
I hope she's okay. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about her. I know she thinks I'm a little crazy and
Little crazy.
psychotic and
How's this guy?
call me a stalker and whatever.
Call me a
mean,
stalker, whatever. He climbed a window to get to her, dude.
How's this guy on your
the
radar?
truth
How's this
is,
guy on your
I-
radar?
He's just
There's like a whole internet lore.
he's just one of these guys, a little micro influencer. If you want to even, it's not even a micro influencer, dude. He's just a crazy person that has been posting erratically online for over 10 years, and people just find out about him and just cultivate a fan base of basically hate fans, of people that don't like him but think they want to fuck with him, they want to troll him. He's like Wings of Redemption or like Dark Side Phil. A lot of these guys who are online and they're just these creatures. They're really not even people. They're critters. They're creatures.
Do you think he's fucked from his fan? Has he got any hate fucks?
No, he's openly only has sex with prostitutes and is in debt because he can't get women or a real job because he wants to be an actor and spends all of his money, including his Trump bucks, his Trump check, on prostitutes.
Who the fuck is giving him credit?
Dude, people buy
Capital One.
Dude, he does like shout outs like on like Cameo, but through his own miles and miles production.
He
doesn't pay taxes.
$200. He's going to come on our podcast.
Yeah, we should pay him. That's another way to do it.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
I
not
really
giving that
like doing the
gremlin-
fake book.
We're not giving that gremlin any money. I refuse. You gave him some from a funny birthday shout out.
Yeah, he has a video that I had him make for Thomas for like a cameo kind of thing. So I used to pay for his
I think
Patreon.
you have to address how many Thomases Farmer has in his life. It's
few. But no, you did a
three
funny one.
very good friends.
What was the script? Was it his mafia character?
Yeah, I had him be like a mobster, and it was horrible. I mean, he was awful. Like, the best part is like
are better than him.
Yeah.
No,
Mikey Miles. This guy, I paid him to do a cameo for Thomas, like for a Christmas present. But like, this guy has several delusions that he unironically is still in his late 30s, believing that he's gonna break through as an actor. He's gonna hit a growth spurt. Like, unironically, a growth spurt, and thinks he's going to be a Calvin Klein underwear model. Like, seriously thinks those things are going to happen for him. And it's such an interesting, like, I should do a whole, like, psychology presentation on him, like a profile, because to me, he's all about, like, he represents so many people who see influencer culture and think, well, I'm interesting, I should do this.
Yes.
And then he's not interesting at all. But he sees people who are doing it, and he's below average in almost every category of like the human species.
IQ.
But still is like arbitrarily positive that he's going to pull through and like break through. And there's almost no positive reinforcement that is going to happen. And it's fascinating. Sorry,
I'm kind of a fan of this guy.
Dude.
That's why we still follow him.
Loves watching CBS.
He sounds great.
He'll post pictures of just a logo.
He's about to hit a growth spurt. Yeah.
I'm sure to watch CBS tonight.
I'm going to hit a growth spurt. Let's go.
Yeah. You could tell me he was like 27 or like 39 and I would believe you.
No, he's
5'3" too.
He's level 36. He always talks about leveling up every year.
Yeah.
And
it's so sad.
Him alone at the bar with a beer in his hand. # level 35. This is gonna be the one. And then
I got a question for the boys. What is your top level Riz? Like what's your first line Riz?
Riz, that's like game, right?
Yeah, game.
Oh, like pickup line?
Yeah, or just like Riz in general.
It's obvious.
Hey girl, do you work with mental patients? Because that ass is retarded.
It's pretty good.
Mine's I'll just go like and they're like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I'm just clearing off your seat.
Nice.
That's awful.
Mine is, girl, do you shit with that ass? Because you stank.
Yeah, you shit with that ass.
That's pretty bad. Okay, so
that one night when we went out in Broad Ripple, I was like, hey girl, I'm 27K in the hole. I got student debt out the wazoo. How'd you have to come back to my
That's
place?
legendary.
Yeah.
It worked.
Did it work?
Worked, bro.
Yeah, it worked.
Damn.
Hey girl, I got debt.
Yeah, I got I got way in over my head on these car payments. What you think about it?
Hey, this might be towed in the morning, but hop in right now.
Yep.
That's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna give some free bread.
Hey, man, I'm just drunk enough to drive. Where should we go?
Yeah, I could drive right now for sure. But like, dude, it's all about the aura. It's all about the aura. MC, you have a phenomenal aura. Tell her that right now.
Thomas Farley says you have a phenomenal aura, MC.
Closing thoughts, gentlemen. today's sewed.
Another one in the books.
Another one
doing
for
the damn
books.
thing.
We'll do
Thomas.
another tips with Tom about some Riz on another
Yep.
episode.
For sure. Thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day. Never wear your seatbelt and always drive till you get pulled over.
Yes, sir.
Gamers, we'll catch you soon.